Maybe, do you know, any of you know any one more book that Ramdas Swami has written? Okay, I see. Is it Atharva?
Dasbodh.
Yes. Yeah, Sartha Dasbodh is one of the grantha or books that Ramdas Swami has written. So today we are going to take a look at one of the stories of Ramdas Swami and his student Kalyan Swami. Uh, the reason that we are going to take a look at it today is that Das Nomi is approaching. So after a few days, there is Das Nomi, which we celebrate for Ramdas Swami. And the another occasion is that we are actually, we like when we started our Bala Kendra, it is 1 year since we started. So it is our anniversary as well, 1 year anniversary of Bala Kendra. So we are going to take a look at one of the story of Ramdas Swami and Kalyan Swami. The story name of the story is Dalgappu. So one more question. So for uh, so this is the cover image of Dasbodh book. Can you tell me who's there on the image? Yeah, I think Srisha, I see your hand.
Ramdas Swami and Kalyan Swami.
Correct. So the book was so Dasbodh book. The author of Dasbodh book is Ramdas Swami, but it was written down by Kalyan Swami. So he's one of the disciplines students of Ramdas Swami, and we are going to take a look at their story. Uh, so this is one of the fort in Maharashtra called as Sajjangad Fort. And during the last few years of Ramdas Swami, he was staying in this fort, Sajjangad Fort. Now just look at the Sajjangad Fort. It is very tall, and like the landscape that is there, it is very difficult to climb. So as I mentioned in this slide, it is 900 meters above the sea level, and currently they have built a road. Like you can park your car and then go up till the fort. So there are 185 steps that are there currently. But few years ago, you had to actually climb all the way from the bottom of the fort. There was a village called as Parali. From that Parali village, you had to climb all the way to the up, and it used to be 750 steps. So it is at a very great height. And today's story revolves around all of this, right? So it is a big fort that is there. Now, one more question. Does anyone know what is this? I think I have mentioned it. Anyone? Yeah, just unmute yourself and just tell it.
Puran Poi.
Yeah, Puran Poli. Very good. Awesome. Does anyone like, do you guys like it? I think everyone likes it.
I
So
like
do you
it.
know what Puran is made out of? Anyone knows what Puran is made out of? Like the stuffing inside the poli? Anyone? You can unmute and just mention it.
Gourd, like jaggery,
Uh-huh.
is it made of that?
Correct. So jaggery is one of the key ingredients. Dal and ghee. Lots of ghee. So these are the three main components, and there are a couple of spices that we add as well. So it is a very good source of protein. All the dals, lentils that we eat are very good source of protein. So the story is like this, right? So Samartha was getting a little old, and due to old age, he had developed some kind of cough, and he went to like a lot of doctors, and one of the doctors suggested that if you drink water from the fort, which is stagnant water, then it will not be helpful for your throat or for your cough. So one of the things that you can do is get fresh water from a river, uh, but the river water was like all the way down to the fort. So this number of steps that we saw over here, right? 750 steps. So you have to go down 750 steps, get the water from the river, which is called as Urmodi River, and then bring it up all the way up. So now Samartha asked everyone, like, hey, can anyone do it? And do you know who volunteered for it? Yeah, Shirisha?
Kalyan Swami?
Yes, it was Kalyan Swami. So Kalyan Swami volunteered for it, and two big pots or buckets is what he used to bring every day from the bottom of the fort all the way till the up. And then Samartha used to consume this water. Now, naturally, if someone has to uh, bring such huge amount of water, it has a lot of weight, volume, right? So then your body needs like a lot of muscle power. So what Samartha suggested was for Kalyan Swami, he should have Puran, what we saw just now from the Puran Poli. So lot of Puran was set aside for Kalyan Swami to consume every day. Now, some of the other students or disciples of Ramdas Swami, they felt like, hey, why only Kalyan Swami has to get Puran? We don't get Puran. We only get Bakri Poli. So then they were not feeling really happy, right? And one day what happened? So Kalyan Swami used to bring this water every day. He didn't used to complain. He used to eat the jaggery that was given to him. He used to offer it to Maruti Raya, Hanumanta, and then he used to consume it. Now one day what happened? So this is Shivaji Maharaj, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. So Ramdas Swami was guru of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. So one day what happened was Shivaji Maharaj was visiting Sajjangarh. And when he was visiting Sajjangarh, uh, some of the disciples of Ramdas Swami, they mentioned to Shivaji Maharaj that Kalyan Swami is not studying. He is only doing some kind of work like getting water, but he does not study. That's what they complained to Shivaji Maharaj. And then Samartha got to know about like what is going on. So when Shivaji Maharaj came to the darshan of Ramdas Swami, Ramdas Swami was telling all the students that Dasbodh is there. So there was a quiz that Ramdas Swami took. How many times have you read the Dasbodh Granth? And every student, so they raised their arms. And then every student was telling, hey, I read it 5 times. So someone said, I read it 5 times. Someone said, I read it 11 times, the whole Granth. Have you guys seen the Dasbodh Granth? It is a big, huge Granth. And so someone said, I have read it 11 times. Someone said, I have read it 111 times. Someone said, I have read it 1111 times. So Shivaji Maharaj was very impressed that all these students are studying so much. And then Ramdas Swami, there is always an exam, right? Even when we go to school, there are exams that happen. So Ramdas Swami, he took an exam of all the disciples. What he said was, there is one shlok, which is Aisa Sadguru Purnapani. It starts with the line Aisa Sadguru Purnapani. And then he told everyone that I'm not able to recollect what is the next verse of the shlok. Can someone tell it? And Ramdas Swami said, like, because you guys have read Dasbodh so many times, 111, 1111, so you should know it. And everyone, those who had raised their hands, they said, we don't know. We don't know what is the next shloka or next verse of that particular shloka. And then Kalyan Swami was just walking by. Ramdas Swami stopped him, and Ramdas Swami asked him, Kalyana, do you know the next verse of it? Aisa Sadguru Purnapani. And then Kalyan Swami actually recited the whole verse. Aisa Sadguru Purnapani. Tute Bhedachi Kadasani Dehe Vina Lotangani Taya Prabhuse. And not only that, he also mentioned that it is from Dashak Sat, Samas Ek, like the chapter name, chapter 7, sub chapter 1, and 18 shloka out of that. So naturally, everyone was surprised. So Ramdas Swami asked him, Kalyan Swami, how many times did you recite Dasbodh? And Kalyan Swami said, I read only once. Only once. And that too, when you were dictating me the Dasbodh, when you're writing it, when you're dictating and I was writing it, that is the only time that I have gone through the whole dasbodh, and then Ramdas Swami looked at all the shishya, and then all these shishya used to call Kalyan Swami Dal Gappu. So dal is the one of the main ingredients, as I mentioned to you, of Puran Poli, right? And then because he eats dal, he was called as Dal Gappu. So whenever Kalyan Swami used to pass by, all these students used to say Dal Gappu to him. All the Shishya used to say Dal Gappu to him. So then Ramdas Swami asked him, so this is the dal that we are talking about. So if you have seen the dal, it is a whole dal. And usually what we get in the grocery stores, it is like split into two parts. So Ramdas Swami asked Kalyan Swami, do you know about Dal Gappu? There is someone called as Dal Gappu in Sajjangarh. So Kalyan Swami replied that I don't know who is Dal Gappu. I always hear about Dal Gappu when I am passing by, but I don't know who is Dal Gappu. Then they asked him, do you know the meaning of Dal Gappu? So what Kalyan Swami replied is very important. So the definition of Dal Gappu that Kalyan Swami mentioned is Jiva Shiva, Maya Brahma, Saguna Nirguna, Hi Dvidale, Gappa Karto, to Dal Gappu. Dal, Dale, Dvidale. So what it means is one who has the ability to digest two sides, like both the sides of Jiva Shiva, Maya Brahma, Sagun Nirgun, is the real Dal Gappu. So now you can see like at what level Kalyan Swami's thought process was. Initially, what I mentioned, right? He used to take two big containers, buckets from the bottom of the fort. So do you want to see how those looked like? Then you can imagine how powerful he was. So these are the two buckets that he used to carry every day filled with water. So even the empty containers we cannot lift. But Kalyan Swami used to pick up both of them on his shoulder and carry it for 720 steps every day, right? So this is Dalgappu story of Kalyan Swami. What do we learn from it? Why did we see this story today? So couple of things that we can take from it is first of all exercise and be fit. So in order to do any kind of work that we are doing, like studying or even working, we have to be fit. We have to be physically, mentally fit. So for that, we need to do exercise. So Ramdas Swami, Kalyan Swami, all students of Ramdas Swami used to do 1100 Surya Namaskar every day. 1100 Surya Namaskar every day. That's why they were so fit. So I don't think we can do that much, but at least we should be fit. We should do some kind of exercise every day. Second is focus on what you are studying. So all the students, they read dashboard 11 times, some of them 111, some of them 1111. But when asked the question, were they able to answer? No, they were not able to answer. But Kalyan Swami read it only once, but he was able to answer it. Not only the next verse, but where it can be found in the book. He was exactly able to pinpoint it, right? So we should focus on what we are studying. Third is keep contemplating. So now Kalyan Swami used to go down and come up every day, but while doing that, he used to contemplate what Ramdas Swami has told, right? So even for us, while we do our daily activities, we should always contemplate what our Swamiji has mentioned to us. And lastly, God, Ramaraya, in the form of Sadguru, they always know what progress everyone has achieved. So even if all the students were saying that I have read it 10 times, 11 times, 100 times, but still Ramdas Swami knew who is where, right? What progress everyone has made. So that also we should remember. So with this, what we will do today is we'll try to focus our attention. So no matter, so the main thing that we have to do is focus, right? Whatever we do, let's say we do meditation for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or even 3 minutes, focus on it, focus on where we want to focus. So we'll focus our attention over here. So where basically we apply the bindi or kunku or gandha between the two eyebrows, that is where we have to focus our attention. So what we'll do today is I'll say Omkar 3 times, and then Shudisha, will you follow 3 times after me?
Yes.
Okay. So once that is done, all of us will close our eyes, try to focus our attention over here. So you don't have to look over here, but try to focus your attention over here. And then internally, you can chant Soham, Om, Sri Ram in those 3 minutes. But try to focus and try to make sure that no other thought comes to your mind. So, no thought related to your friends, related to school, related to anyone should come during those 3 minutes. So, let's try to do that. So, I'll say Omkar first, and Shrisha, you can follow me. So, 3 times we'll do that.